Okay guys, welcome to the low back pain video. Now if you've been dealing with low back pain for a long time, you're having shooting pain down the back of your legs, wrapping around the leg, that's serious stuff. If you can't walk, right, these are certain things you need to go to the doctor and get an MRI most likely. But if you're just dealing with an achy lower back pain, you've been dealing with it for a really long time, I'm gonna be showing you some stuff that will not only help you with your low back pain, your existing low back pain, but can help prevent it from occurring in the first place, all right? So like we talked about during the joint by joint theory, what's most likely restricted and tight and immobile that's causing your lower back pain? We have to think like that. Low back is a stable joint, all right? The problem is most likely not where the pain is. So remember, we have to look above or below the pain. So where are we looking? We're looking at the hips, the quadriceps, and the upper back, and everything, even including the lats, this big awesome muscle right here that attaches to the lumbar spine, right? We have to surround the dragon. So soft tissue work first, then we're gonna get into some stretching and some mobs to help you. Now once again, none of this is gonna help unless you do it on a regular basis. So this is powerful stuff, but you gotta put in the time, all right? Let's start with the quadriceps, all right? I'm gonna go right here on the right side, setting up the foam roller, perpendicular to my body, and I'm gonna go right here. I am surrounding, I'm working below the lower back. Remember, the lower back is a stable joint, and the hip flexors and the quads attached to your hip joint. So we need to take care of the equality surrounding the low back, and then we'll deal with the mobility restrictions in the hip and the upper back T-spine area that are causing these compensation patterns. So I'm gonna surround it. I'm on the outside of my leg here, IT band, TFL up here. All this stuff can get locked up because we sit too much. But after you hear me enough, I have a feeling you're gonna start moving more, all right? And sitting less, or at least starting to apply movement snacks in your life in conjunction with your work schedule and your seated lifestyles to prevent this stuff from happening, right? We're gonna have to deal with it. We're all moving a lot, we all sit a lot, we all have lives, families, stress, and we live longer, which means we have a lot more stress and repetitions on our joints. So we're gonna end up dealing with pain. So it's important that you are empowered with tools that can help fix it without having to go to the doctor or pop pills all day. So I'm working those quadriceps. I'm gonna go ahead and roll over. I'm standing on the same leg. Now I'm going to the glutes, okay? So I'm gonna mobilize these glutes. I'm gonna kind of roll around. I'm going fishing. I'm looking for tightness. I'm looking for some restriction, looking for some discomfort. Not pain, but you have to get into a little bit of discomfort to see change, okay? So I'm looking around, playing with angles and range of motion, looking for tightness, searching for it. If you find some, hang out there, add some pressure in there. This is gonna help you guys feel really good. You're gonna be surprised, it's probably gonna take away your lower back pain, and you're not gonna believe it, but this stuff is like magic. So I'm rolling out those glutes, fantastic. Now I'm gonna roll out the lats, which we just talked about. I'm gonna change angles on this, give you a different view. But this lats armpit all the way to the lumbar spine. So I'm gonna go right in here. This one's not gonna be nice. Trust me, it's not a fun one. But you can kind of use your hand to move positions. But I'm gonna hang out here a little bit. Once again, I'm gonna go fishing a little bit. I'm looking around. I'm gonna open up the palm and close the palm. Open up the palm, I'm looking around up here on my upper back, and now I'm in my armpit. And I can play in here, I can roll it out a little bit. I'm using my hands, I can use my legs a little bit, but I'm looking for some tightness, restriction. You're gonna be very surprised on how painful this can be. And this could be the missing link to your lower back pain. Most people forget about the lats. So really, really tight lats can be the main culprit with your lower back pain. It's not an aspirin deficiency. Rolling it out. Awesome. All right, there we go. All right, now that we've rolled out most of the culprits, actually we gotta go to the upper back. T-spine. We got to go upper back first before we go into our stretching and stretch mobs, okay? So on this one, I want to get right below the shoulder blades, the scapula, get right below it, lay on top of it, hug yourself. So we're protracting the shoulder blades so we can get to the meat of that upper back. And I'm going to use my legs to propel me back and forth, just like this. Using those legs, go fishing, roll around a little bit, see what you can find in that upper back. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay? So we've worked out, got some, improved the quality of the tissue surrounding the lower back, right? So now we got to do, we've got to stretch and do some mobs, all right? So I'm going to start on my butt with some windshield wipers. Let's get some internal, external rotation at those hips. You guys have seen me do this before. And I've got a home program you can find on this platform to help with low back pain. You can do it at your house, but this is one of the exercises in that video. We all need more internal, external rotation at the hips. We're trying to get some blood flow in here. Most people have a really lack mobility at the hips. And if you lack mobility at the hips, where is your hips going to look for more mobility? Up the chain or below the chain. So don't be surprised if you have immobile hips, if you have anterior knee pain and or lower back pain, right? So we've got to get joints that require mobility more mobile, and we have to get joints that require more stability more stable, right? Through strength training and activations, isometrics. There's a ton of stuff you can do, but this is where we start because there's a lot of ways to skin this cat. But right now, I'm in the glutes. I'm hanging out in the glutes, trying to stretch these hips. I'm changing angles. This is part of our Core 4 matrix stretch routine. But I'm looking around. Okay, now I'm gonna start walking both my hands to the right. This is gonna open up this back hip flexor. Hip flexor is associated with low back pain, right? My QL, my lower back. I have a muscle on the outside, my kidney area, that is associated with low back pain. I'm stretching that as well. And in a second, I'm gonna go into the culprit most people miss, which is the lats. So let's open up chest first, and then I'm gonna go to the lats. Now from here, I'm gonna go thread my arm through and do some thoracic rotation. So I'm gonna add an upper back stretch to the mix. Because isn't the upper back associated with low back pain? Absolutely. Chest opens, arm to your ear, big stretch on the lats. And now I'm gonna thread that arm through and get some thoracic rotation, which is gonna help big time. Now I'm gonna sweep out, go to more windshield wipers, and I can go to the other side now. Stretch both sides with the Core 4 matrix. So soft tissue work, go into your mobs, go into your stretches. Now we're gonna activate everything, okay? So from here, toes up, squeeze those glutes, because there's a strength issue most always with people that have low back pain. They're usually really tight in the front, anterior portion of the body, because they sit at a desk all day, or just they're human. We're more quad dominant and we're anterior dominant people. We're flexion dominant people. So we find that we're over tight on the front of the body and we lack strength on the posterior or back side of the body. So we want to activate those glutes and get the lower back stronger. A lot of times the people we see are straight up immobile and weak. And what do? Get them more mobile. We take advantage, we add in some soft tissue work for the quality of the tissue, and we get them stronger. And lo and behold, their lower back pain disappears, okay? Last but not least, we're gonna go back to those hip mobs. So I'm in bird dog position, and I'm gonna go straight back. So now we're working that mobility of the hips. So we're surrounding the dragon. More mobility, soft tissue above and below the pain. And then we strengthen, right? And that strengthening is a whole nother conversation. Bridge variations, squats, deadlifts, lunge variations. But this sequence I'm showing you right now will change your world. I've been teaching this since 2006, and this alone, everything I just showed you just now, has changed hundreds of lives, all right? So put this to work, put it to use, stand up, get moving, and utilize what I'm giving you, all right? Get your reps in. See you later.